here asking for pets? Very demanding. Hey everyone! So this is Fatima, my cat. She's just being a weirdo over there, a little creep, demanding my attention. And I still want to make this video, so she's just gonna be a part of it too, I guess. So today I got a care package from my mom, and for those of you who don't know, I'm Puerto Rican. I was born on the island in the city of Arecibo, and for anyone who doesn't know where that is on the island, it's where the observatory is. So if you've ever played Battlefield, there's a map that's got a huge observatory in it, and you can like destroy it and stuff. Well, it's that observatory. That is actually a real life observatory in Puerto Rico. Fun fact. Also, don't mind if you see some flies flying around. I know it's gross, but I was irresponsible and I left my porch door open, and so they kind of just let themselves in, and I can't coax them out, and they're too fast to kill, so I just gotta wait for them to die off until, well, I'm gonna ask my neighbor if I could borrow her little like zappy fly swatter thing. That'll kill him for sure. But yeah, my mom sent me a care package of all, or I guess not all, because if it were all of the delicious like Puerto Rican snacks that you can pretty much Fatima, your fur is everywhere. You know what? I'm just gonna skip that part that I was saying because I got distracted by the fur flying in my face. But pretty much, my mom got me a bunch of, oh, Fatima's fur got on my lip gloss. Anyway, she got me a bunch of little snacks, that little and big snacks that you can pick up at just like a little Puerto Rican bodega. And this was actually in Holyoke, Massachusetts, which is this little, town. I guess it's not like super little, but it's not like a massive town. But it was originally an Irish settler town. And then, as the years went on, it became kind of like a huge Puerto Rican settler town. So there's a lot of Puerto Rican and Dominican, and there's just like a big Latino base there, or population there. And so there's a lot of corner stores and bakeries and grocery stores and stuff like that that are Puerto Rican owned or Latino owned. And so it has a lot of our culture just everywhere on the streets. So you can kind of find, so many foods that are kind of dominant to, I'm getting so much fur from just petting Fatima. And now she's mad at, I don't know if you can tell, but now she's mad at me and she's giving me the butt because I stopped petting her to film. She's so sassy. But basically, it's a very predominantly Latino culture out there now. And so my mom was able to find these things in her local corner store. Her local corner store and grocery. So I told her about how much I miss it there because I moved to Washington State, and it's been really hard. It's a complete culture shock. There's not a very predominant Puerto Rican culture out here. It's very rare that I meet another Puerto Rican. So there's not a lot of Puerto Rican food out here. And like I can prepare and make, that kind of like Caribbean Puerto Rican style cuisine. But I can't make like the little snacks and little treats that I have to buy, you know, and I'm sure I could find it online, but it's really expensive to ship. But my mom decided to put together this huge package for us and send it my way, so I get to kind of have some of the snacks that I grew up on. Sorry, I yawned. Some of the snacks that I grew up on, and I figured I'd share it with you guys and kind of let you into a little piece of Puerto Rican culture. So, this is the box. It's kind of big, so I'm gonna, this is everything. And so for starters, first thing off the bat, you can see is pilón. And I think it's actually a Cuban coffee. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So here, this batch was brewed in Miami, Florida. And let's see, it's good until 2021. But pilón is basically, so it's not just coffee. It's not just ground coffee. It's ground espresso. So when you're making yourself a cup of coffee with pilón, you are making yourself a cup of espresso. So I don't know if you guys have ever gone to like a little cafe, but usually when you order whenever you just order espresso, they serve it up to you in a little shot glass because it's a really strong drink. It's really strong, pretty much like pure coffee, pure caffeine, and so they serve it up in a tiny little shot. Well, us Latinos, us Puerto Ricans for sure, will drink it by the coffee cup full, like the mug, like a full mug, with a little bit of milk and a little bit of sugar, and we call it a day. So, I mean, it's strong and it's delicious and it's life. So thank you, Mom, for sending me over pilón. I definitely can't find it anywhere here in Washington, so I'm really grateful that you sent that to me. All right, so next, I kind of cheated. I opened the box because I wanted to have it open for you guys. I didn't want to have to like show my address or anything. But I actually didn't get into this. My fiance got into this. It's funky, and I love funky. So basically what it is, it's a chocolate wafer cookie. And so I'll kind of show you what it looks like. And you know, I actually remember them being a lot thicker. So this is a new packaging for them. It used to be like, basically imagine this cut in half and then that half being put on top of. So let me grab another one. So it used to be like this thick, but in half. So it used to only be like that big, but the cookie itself was a lot thicker. And it looks like they kind of changed it up. So now it's just this long, thin bar. And this is a really delicious cookie. So I'm going to open it up for you. Oh my gosh, I lost my little horns, my little buns. Sorry about my stuffy nose. It's because I was petting my cat. And I'm not going to admit to myself that I have an allergy because I love cats. So this is what it looks like. It looks kind of like a nutter, I think it's called a nutter butter or a nutty bar. But it's not, there's no peanut butter in it. It's just wafer, cookie, and chocolate. So I'm going to take a bite. That's really good. So you can hardly tell. It's, I don't know what the filling is, but here's a better, like, example of the wafer layering. So in between there is a filling, but I'm not sure what the filling is. It tastes kind of like milk, so I'm assuming it's a milk-based flavor, like cream, a milk-based filling, but it is very delicious. I can't resist. I cannot resist. I want to keep eating it. But I want to move on to the next product, and I don't have an editing software right now. I'm really sorry, you guys, but I really appreciate you guys dealing with my lack of editing. And I will get better, I promise. But for now, this is the format of my videos. And let me move on to the next thing that I have here. Oh my goodness. If you guys are Latino, you already know about salchichas Carmela. So, Carmela, okay? Look at her sassy. Where is she? There's a dent in that side, so I'm gonna show you this side. Look at her. Latin ass. Like, focus, camera. Come on. There you go. She's like, damn good. Curvy little lady. Okay, salchichas are literally the best, but it can't be any salchichas. So basically, let's see. They're Vienna sausages. So Vienna sausages are a whole different level of delicious, but they are very different than just regular Vienna sausages. Like, you can't just get any brand of Vienna sausages because the flavor is completely different. And this is chicken sauce. So basically, this is a chicken Vienna sausage, and it's soaked in, I believe, vinegar and chicken broth. So basically, in this can, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's that's the like preservative, like juice, but it's vinegar and chicken broth that it's sitting in, and it is so delicious. It is, oh my gosh, really fly. It is so delicious. It is so rich. I mean, and we use it for anything, you know. My favorite way to eat it is raw, just like this, straight out of the can. And another way to prepare it that is oh so super delicious is by cooking it into red rice. And I mean, there are literally so many different ways to prepare it. You can dice them up. They're really soft consistency, so it's kind of hard to cut them. But I kind of like cutting them either in half or just leaving them whole and then frying them up in a pan and cooking that with eggs, which is literally what I'm gonna do with this specific can right here. But my mom hooked me up with a bunch, so this one I'm gonna make today with some eggs. I can't show you that part, but I guess I could show you what it looks like inside the can, because I know that I'm about to cook this can anyway. My cat really thinks I'm opening up a can of fucking cat food. Can I help you? No, this is for me. This can sounds like your can, but it's for me. No way, girl. No! This is gonna be a problem. No, baby. This is not for you. So let me show you what it looks like. Fatima, this is not for you. Oops, I just spilled some of the caldo, some of the juice, some of the broth that it's sitting in. And my cat's licking it up off the ottoman, so good thing it's leather. Do you like that? I can't give you more than that. Baby, it's for me. Oh my god, it smells so good. I understand why my cat right now is just like, give me some, because I'm trying really hard to resist eating one right now. But I really want to prepare it with eggs. I really want to eat it with some sunny side up eggs over easy, I guess it would be called. and toast. So sorry team, but that's that item, and it's really delicious. I love it. It's one of my favorites. My mom knows it's one of my favorites, so I'm really glad that she included that. And then, okay, this one is technically not, I guess it's not like Latino specific, but it is specific to the area that I grew up in Massachusetts. I literally cannot find these chips anywhere, okay? And they are so delicious that I could not resist opening it. I couldn't resist waiting until I filmed to open a bag and take a few out and eat them. But it's honey barbecue. Wise, okay? Wise is the most delicious off-brand of chips you're ever gonna have in your whole life. But Wise honey barbecue. These chips are the most amazing chips because you taste the barbecue, but you get the sweetness. It's like definitely specifically not just barbecue chips. You can taste the honey in the honey barbecue. So it's literally to die for. It's my favorite chips in the whole wide world. I could eat them by the boatload. I'll take a bite for you guys. I'm taking one for the team. I'm just taking a bite for you to show you how delicious they are. Oh my God. So that's that. So good. My mom sent me 2 bags. Thank God. I might have to fight my fiance for it. All right. And so, it's so good. All right. My mom also sent me Goya. First of all, the brand Goya is just, it's you cannot be Latino or you cannot be Puerto Rican. At least I can't speak for other Latinos because I grew up Puerto Rican, but you cannot be Puerto Rican without Goya in your I'm trying not to swear. I'm so sorry guys, but not family friendly, I guess, because I'm swearing hella, but you cannot be a Latino and you cannot, or a Latina, and not have Goya in your cupboards, okay? Goya is not just snack food, it's seasoning, it's sofrito, it's everything, okay? If you do not have Goya in your kitchen and you claim to be Puerto Rican, you're not Puerto Rican. I'm just kidding, okay? You're still Puerto Rican because we have the same blood. All right, but Maria cookies, okay? This is what we eat with our coffee. So we brew up a whole mug of pilon. We put a little bit of milk, a little bit of sugar, okay? And then we crack open these delicious bad boys. And they're like graham crackers, but the consistency is a lot different. So so basically that same kind of crunch that a graham cracker has is the same thing, but the recipe or whatever, it's a lot less grainy. So when it basically soaks the milk up very quickly, but it's not as porous. So it stays together just a little bit chunkier than graham crackers, but it is also really soft. So I mean, it's really easy to overdo it and it'll fall into the bottom of your coffee mug, and then you're just like, damn, I'm gonna have to chug you at the end of drinking my coffee. But Maria cookies, okay, they're literally, okay, let's see what the recipes say. Okay, first of all, show your child the round cookie, asking, what else is round? Take turns talking about whether the other round things, like a plate, are smaller or bigger than the cookie. So that's really cute. They give you like a little brain activity to try and incorporate learning with eating it with your child. So Maria cookies are actually like from Spain. They're like they're a Spaniard cookie, and so I feel like maybe that's Maria should be a telltale sign as to what, you know. But I'm trying to see. It doesn't really have an ingredient list, so it's really hard. Oh, I've got to sneeze. Excuse me, guys. So where is it? There should be, a little tab right here. So as you can hear, I can kind of feel that during travel, they've kind of crumbled a bit, but I feel right here that it hasn't crumbled as much. So I'm kind of nervous to open it where the tab is. So I'm going to instead, I don't really have anywhere to put these cookies after I open it. It's fine. So I'm going to instead, just so it peels back like this, right? And then you just keep peeling back. Okay, I'm just gonna open it from the top actually, because I realized there's too many crumbles and I don't want to make a mess, and I also don't want to lose any. But these cookies, they are amazing. Okay, all right. So off the bat, here's a broken one. So I'm gonna try and find one that's not so broken. Oh my god, I can't wait. I don't know what my cat's getting into, but I'm gonna ignore it. Okay, I knew this was the right side to open first. So let me put this lid back on the salchichas to keep some animal hair. Okay, so this is what the cookie looks like. It just says Goya Maria on it. It's about like that thin. I already took a bite, so I'm going to take a bite of this one. I'm not going to take a bite out of this one, simply because I want to kind of preserve it. I realize there's not that many whole ones, which are ideal for dipping into my coffee that I'm going to make with my eggs and salchichas. So then we have, I realize I'm taking very long, but okay, guys. It's tostones, but it's just plantain chips. Tostones. Tostones, when cooked like fresh, they're really thick, right? And so because they're so thick, they're a little bit more on the softer side, and you put some adobo on top and you dip it in some like, fancy sauce, mayo ketchup, whatever you want to prepare with. My mom and I make, we mince garlic and we mix a little bit of ketchup and a little bit of mayonnaise, and we just mix that until it's smooth and with the garlic, and it's just perfect for tostones. But in chip form, it's prepared pretty much the same, but sliced super thin, and basically seasoned with like garlic. You can season it with just salt, but this is my favorite form with garlic, and it's so good. I'm not going to open this because I want to save it for later, and I don't want them to get stale before I'm ready to eat them. So they're very crunchy, they're very delicious, and I wish you had gotten me a bag that was clear so that I could show you what they look like. But regardless, Mom, thank you so much, because these are so delicious and I am so excited to eat them. And that's why I'm kind of preserving them for later. Maybe when I'm in a bad mood, and it'll just maybe when I'm on my period in a couple weeks. This is gonna be my lifeline. So I'm putting this back in the box. And the next thing is chicharrones. So this one is chili and lime. And honestly, I actually like the original a little bit better. Not by much, because it really doesn't have that big of a flavor difference. I love chili lime. So basically when you're done eating the bag, like if you finish eating a bag of chips and there's like crumbs at the end, and you just kind of toss it back. I realized that like that's the reason why I kind of like the original a little bit better. The original doesn't have as much spice, whereas the chile lime does. I wouldn't say spice, but it has a little bit more kick to it. So when you throw it back, it kind of does burn the back of your throat when you throw it back like that. But other than that, it's delicious. So this is literally fried pork skin. And this is not the kind of fried pork skin that you grew up on. This is actual skin of the pig, including, you know, little sections of fat. And it's fried to a crisp. It is a loud crunch. So I will open this one because I have 2 bags. And I will show you one outside of the bag. And there's a really good one I see here. Let me try to get it for you. All right. Okay. So as you can see, that's the skin of the pig. Let me try to get it to focus. Hello? Focus. Not for you, Fatima. Okay, yeah, so that's the skin of the pig. And then that's the fat of the pig right there. And it's so delicious. And it's really crunchy. So if you have sensitive teeth, I do have sensitive teeth. Oh, wait, maybe I used to. But I love chicharrones so much that I just kept eating them anyway. And so I kind of just like developed... Okay, now my phone's like only focusing on this one little spot on my face. Anyway. Yeah. Oh my God, that brings me back to my childhood. Can you hear that? Is this ASMR? That crunch, that's what I live for right there. So, that is chicharrones. So good. I'm glad I opened that bag because now I have one and I can just pick at it little by little. Those ones take a lot longer to get stale, and I can kind of store them a little bit easier. Oh, that looks ridiculous, but I don't want my hair in my face right now. But yeah, so that's chicharrones. It's really good. Then I have here, boom, Cortez, okay? So chocolate Cortez, it's basically like, I don't know if you guys know what abuelitas is, but abuelitas is a Mexican hot chocolate, and it's just a bar of chocolate that you melt in the pan and you put water with it and you just melt until it forms chocolate milk. But this, you use leche condensada, so condensed milk, and it is so good. So basically there's 6 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 bars. And so you only need 1, okay? But I mean, you can put the whole damn thing if you really want to. Like there's no limit for how much chocolate you want in your hot chocolate, okay? But basically, let's see what the recipe says. So typically I put 1. I think my mom would use like 2 or 3 depending on how many of us was going to be drinking hot chocolate that night. But she always made it for us after we, spent the whole day playing in the snow. That's how she got us back inside. But she would be like, you smell that hot chocolate? Come get it. And we would just like, oop, it's done. I'm done playing. Okay, so let's see. So here it says milk or water, but we always use condensed milk. And then until it's like fully just completely mixed in. And so it's kind of hard because it kind of disintegrates into like chunks, into little like crumbs, but you have to keep stirring. You cannot stop stirring or it's going to burn and melt to the bottom of the pot. So you have to stir it the whole time, but it's worth that work. Okay. You just stir it until it's completely fully mixed in. And then, oh, microwave directions. Don't microwave, honey. You deserve so much more. There's a difference. It's like microwaving pizza pockets, pizza pillows, pizza pockets, or cooking them in the oven. All right, you have to be worth. You gotta know that you're worth melting it in a pot with some with some condensed milk. Okay, you deserve it. Okay, so yeah, you basically milk it up. I mean, you melt it up with the condensed milk and then you serve it up, and it's so good. And if you let it cool just a little bit, it creates this it's like a skin, like a film on top of the hot chocolate, and it's the most delicious part. It honestly is. Like, you, as soon as you stick your spoon in, you see like the texture change. Like, you see it like break through that little layer of skin. That's such a gross way to put it, but it breaks through this little layer of like hardened milk that just like, it's just like the consistency because of the chocolate that's mixed into the condensed milk. When it cools, it forms that little layer, and it's so delicious. Like, it's so good. I used to like use my spoon to wrap it around into my spoon and then just lick it off my spoon. It was so good. So that is chocolate Cortez. Okay, the best hot chocolate ever. Okay, and lastly, we have like two more things. So we have jamon picao, which is actually just Spam. It's canned meat spread, which sounds really gross, but it's not. It's delicious. It's just a little bit, but it's not like spicy. It just has a little bit of a kick to it. Like, it has a little bit of a season to it, and you just spread it on your bread with some mayo, and it's usually used like for like finger sandwiches. Like, if you're like doing, like, if you're hosting a party or a get together, then you cut them kind of into just like finger sandwich size, and you just make sandwiches with them, and it's really good. I've never used it for anything other than sandwiches, and even in the picture it's got like a little sandwich on it. I don't know if that's gonna focus. Yep, there it is. So yeah, there it is, Spam spread. I wonder, I think you might, I honestly, I haven't been able to find it, but I bet that we do sell it in stores here. I just maybe have to go to the right place. And then here we have, to be honest, I've never known how to pronounce it even as a little kid. So I'm just gonna risk it and say Tainos. Or Tainos. No, it's Tainos. And basically it's just these cookies, and they're really hard. These cookies are so hard, but they're so good. And basically, I guess they're more considered biscuits. I wonder if they have, so 4 servings per container. The serving size is 5 cookies. That's impressive. But no cookies. Yeah. Non-Imperial cookies. So in English, it says non-Imperial cookies. I don't know what Imperial is, but they're delicious. I'm not gonna open them right now because I like to eat them mostly at night, like just like while I'm watching a movie and eating them with milk. These are really good to dip with milk because they're super porous and they don't fall apart. So I really like these with milk. I don't really dip them too much. I just like kind of eat them and then wash them down with the milk. But it's really good, and it has like sprinkles on them. Maybe you can't really tell because they're all like backwards in that side of the bag, but there's some sprinkles on them, and they're really good. I don't know what they're made out of. It doesn't say. Contains wheat, so water, vanilla, baking powder, salt, enriched flour, sugar, all-purpose shortening, cornstarch, and that's it, other than like the dyes that went into making the sprinkles. So riboflavin, there's some riboflavin in there, guys. Okay. And I think that is everything. My mom did also send me Nutella, but I can find Nutella out here. I am able to find it out here. So she just sent this because she loves me and not because I can't find it. But I love Nutella, okay? Everybody loves Nutella. There's a huge debate worldwide of whether it's Nutella or Nutella. But if you're Latino, it's Nutella, okay? Don't be a heathen. So that's what this is. And it's really fucking delicious. If you don't know what Nutella is, get on it. Go to your nearest grocery store or go to Amazon and order that Prime first day shipping and get it because it's delicious. And you need to experience it, okay? So, that's Nutella. And that's everything, okay? Other than that, it's a bunch of duplicates in here. Oops. Other than that, it's like a bunch of duplicates for the rest. My mom also bought me Baraja, which is also Brica. It's just a card game, and I actually haven't played it in so long that I need to relearn. I have like the gist in my head, but when my fiance gets home, we're gonna mess around with it and try to refamiliarize myself with it. Sorry for the extra long video. I really appreciate you guys sticking through the whole thing. I know it was a little bit drawn out, and I'm really sorry that I don't have editing software right now. But that was a little peek into my Puerto Rican childhood, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions or any requests for anything you'd like to see in the future, just let me know. I am on Instagram by Thick Persephone, same name as here on my channel. So ThiccPers I don't remember how to spell it, but it's spelled just like it's spelled here on YouTube. So follow me on Instagram. I'm kind of boring, but I'm getting a little bit better. I post a lot of pictures of myself, so there's that, and a lot of pictures of my cat. So if you want to see some pictures of my cats and my fiance and myself, get on my Instagram, check us out. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.